Hey guys, this is Anime Ball Z here, and today we are going to be doing the 6th part of What If Symbiotes were in Dragon Ball. This part is going to be a little bit longer, and the rest of the parts for this What If will be longer also. I just want to thank you guys for all of the support recently, it's been truly amazing. There's nothing much else I want to say in the intro, so without further ado, let's get into the video.
Slick talker since a jit. Winter time, all the time, ooh, yeah. Look at the way that I move, swag. Disrespectful and I'm rude, okay. I had cocaine in the school.
After this whole event, Future Trunks still tells Goku about everything he needs to know about him being from the future and the androids coming in 3 years. However, some things change in this continuity. First, I would like to go over what has changed in the future timeline. After Goku dies of the heart virus, Venom remains and takes host with Gohan. Future Gohan is of course amplified with this power, but it still isn't enough to combat the androids head on. The Saiyans do get stronger as they battle, but the androids catch on to this and just take them out before they reach a level that's above theirs. As a result of this, Bulma experiments with the remains of Venom to try and form some super symbiote with enough power to bond to Future Trunks and to ultimately provide him with enough strength to take down the androids. Also, while she is doing this, she forms an antidote for the heart virus, and the special antibodies in this cure bond with a modified Venom symbiote to form this continuity's version of Anti-Venom. Future Trunks bonds to this symbiote and returns to the future timeline to relay the information that he needs to. All of the Z-Fighters get informed of the androids that are arriving in 3 years' time, and they prepare to leave, but someone then lands ahead of them, Vegeta. Kakarot, I've come to slay you and destroy your tiny insignificant planet, Vegeta shouts, using Carnage to project his voice over to the fighters. So this is your father. He has a high key signature, Anti-Venom says to Trunks, watching the prince approach them. He's gotten much stronger. Proceed with caution, Goku, Venom says, also watching him. I don't want any interference. If anyone interferes, I'll kill the person that does so. Fine, Vegeta, if that's what you want, Goku replies, engulfing in the dark symbiote. He still doesn't use all of the symbiote's power, that isn't his strongest form. Maybe he isn't adept at using our abilities, Anti-Venom says to Trunks. Goku's aura then explodes outward and switches to golden, making his black symbiote glow with a slight golden tint. Let's begin, Vegeta shouts, engulfing in his own symbiote. The two Saiyans face off and Vegeta begins the fight by charging at Goku. The two then clash and this creates shockwaves due to their immense force. Vegeta slides back powerfully while Goku isn't moved a single inch from his original position. Vegeta continues to try and initiate battle, but Goku shuts down each and every attack that comes his way. Vegeta is using high levels of battle intelligence, and the Z-Fighters are aware of this, but that 50 times boost from Super Saiyan isn't something you can just outdo with strategy. Vegeta at full throttle dives right down to Goku to desperately land at least one attack, but Goku just evades his incoming attack, throwing out his very own kick that launches him back into the sky. Unfazed, Vegeta just lands back on the ground and doesn't show any type of anger or annoyance. Abruptly, he roars and erupts in a powerful red aura before continuing to charge his ki. This aura switches from red to orange and then to a pristine gold as he transforms into a Super Saiyan. He can transform into a Super Saiyan now, Goku thinks, in shock and surprise. Unlike the Vegeta of the canon timeline, during this 1 year period, Vegeta has been going through very arduous and strenuous training. Also, amplified by Carnage's healing during their training, I'm sure that he would be able to get Super Saiyan during that time. Vegeta, with a cackle, flies right at Goku and kicks him back with a knee. This time, Vegeta seems to be the stronger fighter as Goku continues to play on the defensive. Vegeta throws several haymakers and Goku just blocks every attack with his arms. He continues to swerve his body to try and block it, and every now and again, the symbiote will get larger and stronger at the point of impact to minimize damage. To stop this constant barrage, Goku calculates when he will throw his fists, then catches both while they're hurtling towards him. Flexibly, he knees Vegeta in his chin before spinning and catching Vegeta with a back kick straight to his chest. The kick causes Vegeta to slide back more than 25 meters, but he is not prepared to lose again. His rage starts to bubble as he sees that Goku might still be stronger than him. Of course, his arrogance just omits that thought from his brain and masks it completely. He lets off a flurry of punches, and this time Goku gets caught by one. Successively, he throws a ki blast at Goku's stomach, then slashes that same area with a formed scythe, sticking off the end of his forearm. Goku then stamps down with a blade of his own, and the battle continues in this manner. They go blow for blow, but it seems that Vegeta is slowly starting to wear out. Goku's technique with the symbiote is better than with Vegeta and Carnage, and he can use more of its abilities. He is also stronger off rip, so there isn't much Vegeta can do to necessarily overpower him. The fight is loud and destructive, causing Yamcha to take Bulma away from the scene to make sure that she isn't killed in the crossfire. The two warriors manage to simultaneously punch each other in the face, but only Vegeta is forced backwards. His breath has become very heavy and akin to an intense pant. However, spontaneously, Vegeta jumps forward with incredible explosiveness. "Carnage Bomb," he roars, slamming both of his palms onto Goku's chest. For a split second he does nothing, and Goku is slightly stunned at why he'd performed such an odd movement. However, out of nowhere, several spikes of symbiote protrude from his palms, impaling Goku's entire body. Then, to finish off, 2 energy waves are released from his actual palms. The attack is almost blinding, making several fighters shield their eyes as well as close them. The aftermath of the blast is frightening, as Goku is left with several gaping holes in his body. The symbiote, since it isn't actually durable when being exposed to flames, has been damaged quite significantly. Some of Goku's actual body can be seen, and he can barely keep himself stood up. Venom rushes to his aid, and the wounds are promptly sealed up by the symbiote. The other fighters are horrified by the scenery, and Future Trunks contemplates diving right in to interfere with the brawl himself. Just to add insult to injury, Vegeta waves his hand towards Goku, releasing a wave of red spikes of symbiote towards him. They pierce into Goku in many locations, making him bellow in agony. Vegeta then charges up his signature Gallic gun and prepares to aim at a Goku who is swaying from side to side with blood dripping out his mouth. Before he can launch the blast, Trunks dives in at full throttle and encapsulates himself in a symbiote. He also makes sure to transform into a Super Saiyan, and he uses all of this built up force to slam Vegeta to the side. The launched energy wave as a result is diverted out of Goku's path, and he is therefore protected from this blast. Venom isn't exactly out of stamina, so he promptly begins sealing the wounds, and he does so quickly. "I told you I'd kill anyone who interferes," Vegeta shouts, trying to kill Trunks with a blast. However, he speed blitzes him and punches him back into a hill of rock. To try and stop him from causing more damage, Trunks lets loose with a flurry of punches that causes a small crater to form due to the sheer force of his combo. Vegeta is left temporarily unresponsive, and with this time, Goku is fully healed. His powers increase significantly, and everyone can sense this. "Wow, his power level is way higher than anything Frieza ever showed. He's so much stronger than he once was too," Krillin says in astonishment. "Let me take control. I need to talk to my offspring," Venom states. Just for your information, when the Saiyans take control, they use the symbiote in a way where their hair shape is still visible and their general physique outline is visible. It looks something like what I'm showing on the screen right now. However, when the symbiotes take control of the body, they look just like the symbiotes we know. Again, I will show you what I'm talking about on the screen now. "Symbiote, I know you aren't unconscious. Why do you want me dead so bad?" Venom asks, as he approaches Vegeta, who is still laying on the destroyed collection of rock. In reaction, Carnage takes control of Vegeta's body and forms a typical Carnage symbiote suit. "There is no reason, father. I desire Carnage and nothing else, hence my name." "Well, that's annoying. We can't keep this symbiote alive if all it wants is to cause destruction," Venom realizes. With a psychopathic symbiote in control of one of the strongest Saiyans in existence, he is a great danger to everyone. Suddenly, Venom latches onto Carnage and begins absorbing him. It's like in the Venom movie where the symbiote almost encapsulates the other, then absorbs it. This time, Vegeta is left out of the mix and the two symbiotes battle for domination over the other. Goku feels the intense pressure from this battle, but in about a minute, Venom totally absorbs Carnage and basically kills him. The symbiote then retreats under Goku's skin, reducing the threat of Vegeta. For the 3-year period of training, Vegeta stays on Earth, and after Carnage is removed from him, he lives with Bulma. He continues to train there to try and get stronger, but while he is doing that, he goes off planet sometimes since he basically does what he wants. Future Trunks has to leave for this time, and the fighters are left to train among themselves. Goku trains with Piccolo and Gohan while also training his symbiote. Venom can't exactly heal others without separating from his host. This is something that Anti-Venom can do, but not other symbiotes like Venom. The 3-year period ends and everyone is ready for battle. I'd say Goku is much stronger than his Kan himself, even without the enhancement from the symbiote, because his symbiote allows for him to get stronger way faster. I mean, he literally gets stronger as he fights, since Venom's healing is so efficient, and he doesn't have to wait for his body to get healed after the battle is done. Now things stay practically the same until Android 19 and 20 are found in the city of Sasebo. Goku is the first to find them, and he faces them both with the aid of Venom, his symbiote. After they fly to the wasteland location away from the city of Sasebo, Android 19 faces him first. Just before he begins the fight, Venom starts to sense something off inside Goku. "Your heart, there is a weird malfunction that I can't heal. I think it's a special sickness," Venom announces, making Goku wary. "I guess I have to get this fight over with quickly then," Goku replies, powering up into his Super Saiyan form. Again, he uses the power of his symbiote, making him many times stronger. Android 19 begins the battle and reaches out its absorption tool to try and suck out some of Goku's energy. Goku shoots out a blade of symbiote, stabbing right through the android's chest. Then he follows up by punching Android 19 in the face and kicking it backwards. His left fist then grows much larger as the symbiote collects across it, and he slams the android into the ground with a heavy hitting strike to the head. The fight continues and Goku is just completely laying out Android 19, and he finishes the android off with a one-hand energy wave to vaporize it. The fight is swift and was in Goku's favour the entire time, although he is starting to feel the effects of this supposed heart virus. No matter how hard Venom tries to heal his sickly heart tissue, the virus remains. This isn't good. I do not advise you to continue fighting like this. The heart virus is having more and more of an adverse effect on you, Venom explains, retracting his symbiote to remain under his skin. With this, the fight is pretty much over, but then someone else steps in to continue the battle. This person is Vegeta. He lands ahead of Goku and faces Android 20 or Dr. Gero directly. "I did not save you, Kakarot, you're next," Vegeta says with a smile. Vegeta powers up into a Super Saiyan, but then he reaches further. His key signature continues to rise, and out of nowhere his muscles bulge out and make him look akin to a bodybuilder. His hair becomes far more spiky and he chuckles when he looks up at the android. Dr. Gero is incredibly scared as his power level has reached a higher level than he can handle. However, he believes his other androids can take him, especially his most prized project, Cell. Unluckily for the group, the symbiote has been used multiple times on Earth, and Dr. Gero has picked up more than enough information on it. Dr. Gero uses his photon wave and blasts in the opposite direction to try and escape Vegeta. However, he sees him in the distance and he charges right after him at full pelt. Since he is so fast, he is actually able to make it back to his lab before Vegeta can catch up to him. That full power photon wave gave him just enough time to achieve what he wanted. Arriving at Android 16, 17 and 18, he activates all three of them. Vegeta still has to search throughout the entire maze-like collection of rocks to try and find the laboratory. Before he finds it, it's too late. Seconds later, the Z-Fighters make it back to the area and chase right after him. Vegeta stands in front of the lab and he is met by the two cyborg androids, Android 17 and 18. "So these are the warriors that Saiyan feared so much. I'll kill you both with ease," Vegeta exclaims, standing against the two fighters. So that will conclude the 6th part of What If Symbiotes Were in Dragon Ball. Tell me something you liked about this What If, or tell me something that I should improve on for the next part in the comments. Thanks so much for watching and I'll see you in the next video.